What's going on, everybody? So the reason the countdown was fast is because I just wanted to get started, and I still like my countdown. So thank you guys for being here. Fun fact, I woke up 9 minutes ago. Fucking, oh! Well, there goes better monetization. Been 10 seconds and I said the F word already. Dad life, parent life, mom life, everything. So, still waking up here. I didn't even have time to make my coffee. But yeah. Sorry, I'm catching up with the chat. Welcome in, everybody. As I'm waking up, I'll get better at keeping up with the chat today. Just canceled this one and start another stream. Why? What would be the point of stopping it once I'm already going? But it's good to see everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is the last Sunday of the month stream, so we're just gonna hang and talk about whatever. This is your guys' live stream, whatever you guys want to talk about. So my beard keeps its shape while you sleep. No, I mean, while I was sitting here waiting for this to start, I was sitting here going like this. I gotta make sure the beard's okay. It wasn't bad, though. My beard isn't too bad, because I don't move around a lot when I sleep. Claire and Ingrid are doing absolutely great. Well, Ingrid's a little fussy right now, but they are doing great. She slept really good last night. I've been staying up till like 4 or 5 a.m. around that time. Claire goes to bed with Ingrid early, and then I kind of take a night shift so Claire can try and sleep through the night. And I'll sit back here and watch the baby monitor, and when she flushes, I'll go change diaper, feed her, whatever, and then I go to bed about 4 or 5. That last bottle feeding can get us till about 6 a.m. and then Claire gets up with her. Nah, I'm good. I'm wondering if Claire will make me some coffee. I don't want to ask her, though. She's already doing a lot. I'm good, Trinks. Thank you. Welcome, Patrick, from the Netherlands. I know we got a lot of Dutch friends here. Yeah, Wilbur, I mean, that's a good point. I think in the future, considering my schedule, I might push this back a little. And, do, 10 a.m. my time, which I think is... that 1500 GMT? I'm good. I'll get coffee after this. I'm okay. This is probably kind of interesting, too. You guys probably usually don't see me like this tired and low energy. But I see Dave say I've done the Swedish one, won't be doing the English one. I assume we're talking about Livgardet. The only reason I'm not doing the Royal Guard is because I watched it at the premiere. Like, I already watched it. Like, because I already heard the Swedish version. I mean, I feel like doing that second reaction would just be like, we've heard it. Jessica asks, did I see Chase's stream yesterday? How do I feel about the reactor scene? So, this is really funny. Chase and I have been talking about doing something like that for a while. Chase just had the guts to do it first and be incredibly honest about it. I share Chase's sentiment on a lot of this stuff. The reaction scene is very... Before I say what I'm about to say, I do want to say there are some great people that I've met in the reaction scene on YouTube. But overall, let's just talk about the creators for a second. And I'm going to do a video where I'm going to get more into this too very soon, so I don't want to spoil a lot, but from just the YouTube creator side of it, I agree with a lot of stuff Chase talked about. I feel it's very toxic. A lot of people have the what's in it for me mentality, rather than a you know, let's legitimately be friends and work together and stuff like that. Like, you guys see the friendship I have with Chase. We've never approached this as what can we do to feed off of each other on our YouTube page. We legitimately became friends. And that's what we care about. If we do some stuff together on YouTube, cool, it's fun. But we've legitimately become friends. I cannot say I have another friend in the YouTube community like Chase. Now, do I have friends? Absolutely. Like, there are quite a few other channels that I like. There are quite a few other channels that I absolutely cannot stand because of the way that they act and approach other reactors and approach YouTube in general. Like I said, we're going to get more into that in another video, so I don't want to waste too much. And then the reaction scene on YouTube in terms of the community, overall, I think the community on this channel is great. You guys are fantastic. There are a lot of shitty people. There are a lot of people that look at people like me and Chase and like Elizabeth and Julia. Like, they look at us like we're, it's like, you know, dance monkey. Like, there are people that have the mentality that we all owe them something. And it gets frustrating, man. And we get a lot of negative comments that you guys will never see. We get a lot of hateful comments that you guys will never see. I mean, there's a lot of trolls on the internet, let's be real here. And this isn't complaining. I knew what I was getting into. I've been on social media a long time. I knew how this was going to be. I knew that there was going to be trolls and stuff like that. But like I said, with Chase and the community of you guys that are around Chase and myself, great for the most part, man. There's no regular people that I see on here that are like pains in the asses. I know most of you by name. I know most of you by a first name basis, even other than your usernames on YouTube and Twitch, because I see you guys so much. I recognize voices on Discord. Like, I legitimately love this community. But like I said, we'll get into some more detail on another video that I'm going to do as well. But anyways, back to the chat. Yeah, Jessica, people send negative messages all the time. With that beard, how can I not have friends? I'm just going to assume people are jealous. Nah, half kidding. So, Ellen, that's a great point. The internet is big enough for everybody to work together. That's what I've said since day one. It's not like somebody's going to watch my video and then see another reactor and be like, well, I'm not going to watch that. I've already seen Tanks. However, I'm going to be serious. I don't want to work with everybody because I don't like I personally, I don't want to associate myself with some of the people that I see with their channels and stuff like that. But also, for the people that do want to work together, like I said, they have way too much of a what's in it for me mentality. There are people that they just want more exposure from other people. They want to take what they can from you and they don't want to do anything in return. And that's the same for a lot of things in real life. I'm sure a lot of you people know that. Helena says, have I had bad experiences personally with other reactors? Bad experiences would be a bad way to put it. I would say annoying experiences. Welcome, Michael. Entitlement is legion. Our Discord community is great, man. I love it. Bill, I agree with you. I mean, that's one thing that I'll be honest about. I think a lot of reactors are full of it. Here's my thing. I've always been honest with you guys since day one. If I've like heard a band before, or if I've seen something, I've told you guys. I have one reaction that's absolute fake. That's the Nirvana video, and I know most of you have seen it. I would appreciate somebody more if they just straight up told me, like, I've heard this song before, but I've never seen this video, and I'm going to watch it, rather than, hey, this is my first time watching Metallica ever, but I grew up listening to rock and roll. Yeah, you're full of shit. Like, whatever. Dude, YouTube is a business, man. It's clicks, it's clickbait, marketing, all that stuff. We all know that. I get it. I get that people are trying to get the views and stuff like that. However, for me personally, and I know for somebody like Chase as well, integrity-wise, can't lie. There's no point in lying about it. Like, I don't know. We'll get more into it. I'm gonna go in hard. Like, Chase really, it was very impressive in that stream because he didn't hold anything back at all. And I really appreciate that. My opinion on vinyl versus digital, I mean, it's an interesting opinion because vinyl sounds... Vinyl is the way that music... Okay, I'm not an audio guy. But there's a huge difference between the audio format with vinyl and digital. I've toured with audio guys that say vinyl is the way that music is meant to be heard. However, me, all my music's digital. It's so much more convenient to listen to music digital. Like, I have vinyls on my wall back there and I still listen to the music digitally. It's just, you know, it's easier. It's the time we live in. The live stream without the audio on Christmas for Nightwish, that wasn't even a joke. That just happened. I just screwed that up. 100% agree. First time listening to Queen Bohemian Rhapsody. Realistically, is there a chance somebody's never heard that before? There's always a chance for everything. Do I believe that? No. There are certain artists that have transcended pop culture so much that it's almost impossible to go through your life without hearing them. For example, I do not like Taylor Swift's music. I don't hate it. Like, her music does nothing for me. I've never actively gone out of my way to listen to it. I don't own any of her CDs. I don't listen to the radio station she's on. But I could probably sing you 4 of her songs right now. Because it's unavoidable. There are certain artists that are like that. Chase does have an obsession with Five Guys, and it's great. Welcome, Erling. Good to see you, man. You've never heard Chase swear before, Bill? Oh, you need to get on Discord more. Yeah, vinyl is definitely a collector's thing. Like, I personally, like, a lot of people are getting vinyl. I buy vinyls because I liked it for the collector's thing to, like, support the band and stuff, and it just looks cool. But, like, I don't know if I know anybody that actually is listening to vinyl at their house. Not sure. Anybody here? Do you guys still listen to music on vinyl? Yeah, that guy that said it was his first time listening to Nirvana is full of shit. No, I'm not singing Taylor Swift right now. That's awesome, Matt. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Not just from me and Chase too, but other reactors. Like, people are discovering a lot of music. And there are bands that are starting to recognize that. Like, there are a lot of bands that are on board with the reaction stuff. Kara, I agree with that, because that's happened to me. I think there's something on my channel that I actually started the video off. Now, here's the difference. I started a video off, and once I got to the chorus, I was like, yeah, I've heard this before somewhere, for sure. Now, the difference between my way of thinking and admitting, like, yeah, I've heard this before. I bet there are a lot of other reactors that's happened to, but they don't say it. They just, you know, they just keep going and keep up the, ooh, I have to keep up the mentality that I haven't heard this. I got to keep up the show. I watched a reactor once do a reaction to a song that, like, opens with, like, instrumental, and after about 20 seconds the drums come in, and it's this, like, drum fill that leads into the song starting. There's no way you could feel that coming if you've never heard the song before. And I literally watched this reactor, like, watching this video, and when this drum fill started, he's just, like, into the song. And I'm like, well, you've obviously heard that before, because there's no way you would know that that's coming. Yeah, I really do. I agree with that. You know, CDs aren't a thing anymore, for the most part. And I think, here's my opinion on it, is because CDs, in terms of usage and the practicality, because CDs are, like, obsolete now, everybody's doing digital. I think the vinyl thing is such a cool collector's thing, and it's like a vintage thing now, that record companies are putting more time and effort into vinyl than CD. And yeah, they're pricey, man. Well, they cost more to make, to be honest. Especially if you're Sabaton and you're making your vinyls out of gunpowder. I mean, I wanted one of those so bad. I have not done Creek Mary's Blood by Nightwish yet. Can I tell when a reactor is faking? I mean, I'm not a mind reader, but there are times where I feel as though it's a little obvious. And then you know, the paid reactions too, like, you know, I said on my Twitch stream yesterday, I don't know these people personally. They might be cool people. I don't know. But I'm just going to use them as an example. But the Wolf Hunters, the band from Ohio that does reactions, like, they literally have, like, a menu of reactions where you can pay for which band member you want to react to stuff and stuff like that. And that's how they do all their reactions. They pump them out, man. They're probably doing very well financially. I'm not sure, but my problem with that, in terms of how it would affect me, I can't speak for them. If I started doing paid reactions, I feel like it would change your mentality and your bias on the music you're listening to. Like, once you start taking money to do a reaction, it's going to change your entire thought process on doing it. Like, for example, I've had management companies and labels offer to pay me to do reactions to their up-and-coming bands, and I won't do it, because I feel like if I do a paid reaction, it's already going to taint my opinion on what I'm going to think, because I'm going to second guess what I'm going to say, because if I don't have an overwhelmingly positive review on it, then they're probably going to feel like, well, we paid you. You should have said something good about us more. But then if I do take money and I do like it and people know that it was a paid reaction, then they're going to be like, oh, you only reacted positively because you got paid. So it's kind of a lose-lose in my opinion. So that's why I never take money for reactions. I don't even want to do it like, if I make an exception once too, I've got to make an exception for everybody. Like, I have people that are like, I'll give you $100 in PayPal if you do a reaction to this song. I'm just like, I won't do it. I can't. I did it once, and it wasn't even like it was a paid thing. Somebody early on in my YouTube channel, somebody sent me a PayPal for like $75 or something. It's like, hey, you don't have to. I don't want to pay you to do it, but you know, I want to support your channel. But if you could take a look at this band and do a reaction, that would be cool. So I did it. And it was the video I did for Beyond Creation. Now, the cool thing about that was I absolutely loved that band. And in the intro, I said, like, somebody was nice enough to leave me a donation on the channel and they wanted me to do this video, so I'm doing it. The problem with that is that tons of other people started thinking I was going to do paid reactions and kept asking me to do stuff and kept wanting to send me PayPal stuff. Like, I've had people be like, I'll give you $100 to do this reaction, and I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. Borka says, sucks to be the lowest price tier in that system. Yeah, you'll learn really quick how appreciated you are in your own band. Let me catch back up into the chat. Yeah, Super Virus, I saw that video on the making of those vinyls. It was pretty cool. I've seen that. I've seen reactors that they don't realize it, but they start like mouthing the lyrics to the things that they're watching already. Yeah. I've never seen that happen. Some reactors say they've never heard of an artist before, but they react to them on the same channel before. Maybe they just forgot. I don't know. Supervisor says, how could you stay true to yourself if you get paid for reactions? I mean, that's a big thing for me, to be honest. I have a lot of value in always being honest and authentic and being myself. It's just something I have a lot of integrity and value in, and I don't like to compromise that, so that's another reason. Hey, Robin, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Leo, here's a funny thing. So, me even being a metalhead, I never really got into Maiden. That's not to say I don't dislike them. It's just I never got into like a Maiden phase. And I've never owned any of their CDs and stuff like that. But again, Maiden is one of those bands that even though I'm not familiar with a lot of their music, I could name you like 5 of their songs and probably figure out how to play the riffs really quick if I wanted to, because they're so big and they're unavoidable. I'll watch, okay, Mariposa, watch clips from Chase's stream. Chase was streaming a lot yesterday. Still catching up with chat, sorry. Adrian says, I don't pay for a song I suggest. If you don't play it, I'll watch it myself. That's a good point, too, because there's a lot of comments that people get where they, like, rip on us for talking. Like, nobody gives a shit about your opinion or your gear facts and stuff like that. Just watch the song. Like, you're ruining it for other people that want to see the song. I was like, if you want to see this video, don't watch it on my channel. Go to the band's page and watch it. The whole point of my reaction channel is to talk about gear, so yeah, you're in the wrong place. What is my track of the year so far? Ooh, Kim, that's a good question. I don't know. I think my most played song on my iTunes right now is probably Saw by Orbit Culture, but that's from an EP that's a few years old. Have I ever thought of reacting to some bands from the indie music scene? I have. I've done a few. I want to do more, for sure. Right now, it's hard to do as much content as I would like to, just because, you know, with Ingrid and being busy and stuff like that. Do I follow other YouTube reactors? Yeah, I do. Not a lot, if I'm being 100% honest. Chase, obviously. Chase is my buddy. I watch all his videos. Elizabeth, the charismatic voice. Great person. Watch her videos. Julia. Love Julia. She's awesome too. Mark from Cardivox Academy. Absolutely love that guy. Beth Roars. Nick Nocturnal is another guy. He does a lot more. Nick Nocturnal's channel is kind of like what I always intended my channel to be. Like, I didn't always want it to be reactions. I want to do gear videos and bass playthroughs and, you know, stuff like that. I would love to actually work on something with Nick. Maybe we could do like a playthrough together someday or something like that. And then there's some other reactors that I'll check out from time to time as well. But then there are other reaction pages that are fairly popular that don't do anything for me at all. You know, Chase put it really good one time. There are reactors that are educators that can talk about what's going on. And then there are reactors that are purely entertainers. Now, is that a bad thing? No. Is my page worth more than theirs? Not at all. That's not what I'm saying. But there's a difference between entertainers and educators. And there are some reactors that are purely entertainers that have hundreds of thousands of more subs than I do that I don't get. I watch their videos and I'm just like, I don't get it. But other people do and they enjoy it. So that's cool. Ellen, that is a great point. Ellen says you will also end up doing the same reactions over and over again for the same person. One of the main reasons that I never want to do paid reactions, whether it's on Patreon or PayPal or whatever, I don't want one person to ever dictate the content on my channel for everyone else other than me. So what I mean is I don't want one person from the community deciding what I want to do. I legitimately take into consideration what everybody is saying in the comments and on Discord and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's a turnoff for me. I see a comment that says I pretty much unsubscribe as soon as I see someone start asking for money for reactions. I try and run my page how I would enjoy watching somebody else's. That's why you'll never really see me talk about... if you've never noticed, watch one of my videos and tell me how many times I tell you to like and subscribe. Once. At the very end. If you've stuck around that long, cool. I'll put it at the end. I've watched some reactors like where like in the middle of their videos you'll get like a fucking flash that says like subscribe, like subliminal messaging while they're going. It's, to me, it's annoying. Like, it's, guys, it's YouTube. People know how it works. If they like your video and they like your content, they know how to subscribe. They know, they know how to do it. You don't need to tell them 17 times in the middle of a video. I've not seen a video from Imminence. Hold on, I'm behind in the chat again. I am way behind. Interview with Grant from Unleash the Archer soon? Yes, I've been talking to Grant. I think we're going to do it Tuesday. Where's my Viking beard? I didn't do it. I mean, I woke up 6 minutes before this. I didn't do it. Yeah. The other thing about suggestions is we get a lot of comments where people they say the band name. Like, you got to do this. Tell me why. Make me interested to check out the band you want me to see. Don't just spam comments with like, you know, you need to do this. Tell me why. Tell me why I would enjoy a song. That really helps me out. It does. I mean, I personally, I wouldn't call Metallica sellouts. I get their battle with Napster, that whole thing that happened. But it opened up a can of worms that is pretty bad right now. I mean, you know, I get it. I get what their frustration was with, you know, file sharing and stuff like that, but in my opinion, and I'm not an artist, so this is just my opinion, I think the benefits of your music floating around on something like Napster or Reactors doing reactions, I think the benefits to the marketing far outweighs the money that you're going to lose. Like, the whole thing was money. Was, you know, record sales were going down and the bands wanted their money. I've seen Brittany and Grant from Unleash the Archer straight up say that, like, you know, YouTube reactions have, like, helped them grow as a band. And what I mean by that is it's just given them a broader exposure. Doesn't mean that they're any better. I mean, they're extremely talented. We can all see that. It doesn't mean that our opinions have given them their band more value. It means that we've just exposed them to more people. They've started reaching markets they maybe might not have before. And that's how I kind of feel about reactions in general. Like, do I need a pat on the back for that? No. I enjoy listening to music with you guys and discovering new music, but I could talk about the copyright stuff all day. Like, I don't understand how the publishers don't. Well, I don't understand how the publishers don't get that the benefit of reactions, you know, being on YouTube is helping them, but they're just like any other business, man. If you feel like people are taking money away from you, you're gonna want it back. Sorry, still trying to catch up with the chat, man. I've been talking on specific topics. Spectrum says we need more playthroughs. Guys, tomorrow's video on the channel. My first playthrough on my new bass. I put a teaser for it on Twitter and Discord and Instagram and stuff like that, but I will be doing a full playthrough of Are You Dead Yet by Children of Bodom. It was a blast. I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't know if I'll ever do any full album reviews, Paul. I'm not sure if a lot of people have the attention span for that. And it would take a lot of time. Like, I don't have a lot of time right now. Yes, I have heard Steven Seagal's. Actually, I've seen that their Thunderstruck video like before I even started a YouTube channel. Man, Alex, I was gonna say that I think that Evergrey album is my album of the year right now so far. It's so good. And Adrian, yeah, I need to get back to Winter Sun for sure. I saw somebody say maybe I should do, I think the album's called The Forest Seasons. I should do that like I've been doing Human Nature. That might be cool to go through that whole Winter Sun record like week by week. Morning, Metallica guy. Yeah, Elizabeth's great. Her and her husband, Kirk, are fantastic people. I talk to them quite frequently on Discord and stuff, and they are awesome. I am way behind in the chat. Holy shit. I'm getting there. Dude, that Mute the Silent... Dude, the video and the song, Mute the Silent by Overculture, is fantastic. What are my favorite bands today and what were like 20 years ago? It's an interesting question because I feel like everybody's favorite bands evolve all the time. Like, you could probably ask me what my favorite bands are next week and it'll probably be different from what I'm going to say right now. Like, when I was a teenager growing up, I mean, some of my favorite bands, like, in high school, I was listening to, like, Fear Factory, In Flames, Children of Bodom, Dimmu Borgir, Static X, Killswitch Engage, As I Lay Dying, Atreyu. These are just bands I was listening to in high school. And then some of my absolute favorites are always like, you know, In Flames, Deftones, Nine Inch Nails, Glassjaw was a big one for me. But this whole channel has opened me up to a lot of bands I would have never really heard of. So like, dude, Nightwish, Sabaton, Winter Sun, you know, Orbit Culture, Evergrey. There's a lot. Dude, dude, I need to get back into Blood Red Hourglass. I loved that. There's a lot of stuff I would have normally never listened to that I'm discovering on this channel that are becoming some of my favorite bands now. I don't ever think I've seen Ricky Rackman's The Ball. Is it like Headbanger's Ball? Is it a new version of that? That's another thing, Andy, is like the paid product placements. Like, dude, guys, I can't tell you how many times a week I get emails about product placements for videos. And I can't do it, dude. Because I hate it as much as you guys do. And I want to create content that I would watch. And I don't want to do a video where, like, halfway through you're going to see ads for Raid Shadow Legends and Manscaped and stuff like that. I can't tell you how many times Raid Shadow Legends has offered to, like, you know, pay me to put their shit in my videos. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Especially when it's something I don't even like. Like, if a company that I actually liked was like, hey, we'd like to sponsor your videos, I'd do it. If Taco Bell would sponsor my videos, I would do that. Yeah, dude, if you dislike the video, dislike it. What band did I never think I would love but got into for my reaction videos? Nightwish is a big one, man. I avoided Nightwish for years because they were something I thought they were something that they weren't. And now I absolutely love them. Falling in Reverse, another one, man. Ronnie and his band are something completely different than I thought they were. I did not see Till sing in Russian a few days ago, but I have heard Till, I have seen videos of him singing in Russian. Till, I could be mistaken, but I've heard Till can speak like 6 different languages fluently. Hey, Robin, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Still trying to catch up. I have not listened to the Bodom After Midnight EP because I still want to do a reaction on this channel. I just haven't had time. Pick or no pick for bass. I believe in using whatever's necessary for the song you're playing. I don't buy into the... When I was younger, I will admit, I only played bass either slap or finger picking. And I subscribed to that theory that, like, if you play bass with a pick, you suck and you're cheating. But what I didn't realize at the time, because I was a young, stupid musician, that a pick allows you to play in a completely different style and gives you a different tone than slapping and finger picking. So if it's a good bass player, or a good player in general with anything, will use what they feel like is necessary for the song. So if you're doing fast playing and you want to get that precision, punchy bass tone, use a pick. I mean, dude, there's nothing wrong with it. I think the problem, and I'm not blaming him, but like, because he's said in recent videos that it's a joke. Davey504, that's one of his running gags, is like, it's sacrilegious to play bass with a pick. Now, he's admitted that's a joke. But a lot of people that watch his channel really believe everything he says. So then you see them on other channels talking shit. Like when I did my Nightwish video, there were people that were like, I thought you might be a good bass player until I saw you playing with a pick. Davey504 says playing with a pick is bad. Here's my thing. Again, bottom line. A good bass player will use whatever technique they feel is necessary for the song. And know what to play. Like, you know, if somebody like Davey504 was trying to play a Sabaton song. Like, let's say he was in the band. Like, could he cover a Sabaton song and slap style it? Sure. But if he was in the band and playing it, he's not going to be slapping the shit out of that song the whole time. A good bass player knows what they need to do, whether it's with a pick or not. Yeah, We're August Morns by Evergrey is one of my favorite songs of the year, too. I want to bring something up really quick. And at the risk of sounding like an asshole, I kind of don't care. I just want to say it. We read a lot of comments, guys. And I read through this chat. There's a lot of people that spam the same reactions over and over. Or the same band names over and over. I just want to let you know. I see you. I'm ignoring you. It is highly annoying when other people are trying to be heard and have conversations and stuff like that, to keep seeing the same thing spammed over and over and over again. You know, there are some fan bases that are very aggressive with this stuff. You know why it was a while before I did Bandmade reactions again? Because I was really annoyed with how the fan base got. Chase and I have talked about this. Same thing with Chase. Dude, there's some fan bases where their communities are so relentless and so just extreme. I'm looking at you, Nightwish fans. Sometimes. I love Nightwish and I love you guys, but sometimes you guys get a little extreme. It gets too much, man. You can definitely burn out somebody. Like, you know, the reason I've never listened to Volbeat before, still to this day, is because I had a friend that was so brutally obsessed with them that that's all she ever talked about, ever, in any conversation. And I didn't want to listen to that band because I was so annoyed with how much she tried to push it on me. It's the same way with comments and stuff, man. It's like, dude, I've had Bandmade fans that go on my other videos. I've had Nightwish fans do this too. I've actually had Sabaton fans do this too. They go on my other reaction videos and trash that band, saying, this isn't real music. These guys are not good as Bandmade or Nightwish or whatever like that. Like, stop doing reactions to shitty bands and do more Bandmade. Like, guys, relax. Fucking relax. People can like a lot of different things. And also for the record, just because I say one band, just because I say that I like one band more than another, doesn't mean I dislike that other band. Chase has a good analogy for that. It's like if somebody says, what's your favorite color? And I say red. And they're like, oh, you hate blue then? That's what people think. If somebody's like, who do you like better? Nightwish or Sabaton? And I pick one, they're like, oh, so you hate the other band? No. Like, relax, people. I'd put an ESP logo in a corner. No, I'm actually, that's not a paid sponsorship. I've been working with ESP for a while with other artists, and I just know them, and when I wanted to get a new bass, they just helped me get a new bass. Do I listen to music differently now than before I started doing reactions? No, I don't listen to it any differently, but I will say my gear spotting has gotten out of control. Claire and I went to dinner on Thursday for her birthday, and we went to this club that had a jazz band playing. And I found myself while the jazz band was playing, like, staring at all their gear, trying to figure out. I was telling Claire, I was like, oh, that bass player's playing a 5-string Lakeland. I was like, Joe Lakeland's, like, the owner's originally from Chicago, like, blah, blah, blah. His shop was kind of near where I used to live, and she's like, I don't care. I was like, wow, I'm doing a roadie reactions at dinner right now. Fuck. What's up, Silent? Sorry, I'm still behind in the chat. Whoa. My chat completely just updated to now. So if you guys asked an important question that you want me to answer, ask it again, because my chat just skipped ahead like big time. But now I feel good because I'm at the chat again. Nicholas, possibly. Do I think that the Reactor scene is going to be like the internet's equivalent to music magazines? I kind of think it already is, to be honest. I mean, there's Reactors that are getting interviews with bands that aren't even doing interviews in magazines and stuff, or that don't want to. Dude, my taste in music has expanded from doing reactions. Like, for sure. Kim, totally agree. Like, metal is my go-to. Metal and rock is what I love. But I love watching bands like Snarky Puppy and stuff like that. There's something just about just such good musicianship that's just so fun to watch. That's why when we went out to dinner the other night, I had an absolute blast watching that jazz band play because they were so good. Oh, a moving day, Silent. Don't throw your back out. Leave work at work, I know. So here's a good point, too. I see somebody say I get annoyed sometimes when extreme floor fans talk. So I had an epiphany the other night. I was talking to Chase about this last night. I was like, why is it such a thing that we compare musicians and argue about who's better? Like, we're obviously talking about really talented musicians and people. Why don't we celebrate the fact that people are so creative and talented rather than comparing them to each other all the time? Like, it's just for an example, like the Floor and Tarja argument. Sure, people have personal preferences of who they think are better, but why don't we just celebrate both singers for just being fantastic rather than having a constant argument about how good they are? It happens with a lot of musicians too. Who's the fastest drummer? Who's the better guitar player? I mean, competition drives people, I get it, but... Hello from Ukraine, welcome! I think I've heard something by Dirty Loops, I'm not sure, I'll have to check it out. That makes me so happy, man, when other people say they discovered bands from my channel and other channels. Like, it's cool to go on musical journeys with you guys. So, if Amon Amarth gave you a concussion, why just one video? I tried to do 2 other Amon Amarth reactions, like, within the last few months, and they both would have been blocked, so I just didn't put the time into them. I'm going to have to keep trying. Or just see if I can get a hold of their publisher and be like, hey, can you not block these? Because this would be cool. Divide and conquer. It's a good question. Annette gets left out because she was the middle singer. I think, now this has nothing to do with her talent, this is just the perception of the situation. I think if Floor was the second singer for the band, in Annette's position, and somebody else was a more recent singer, the same thing would be happening. Because to the Nightwish fan base, Tarja was irreplaceable. People were devastated when she wasn't in the band anymore. So it was inevitable that that next singer was just going to be under the scrutiny of that, oh, you're not Tarja and you never will be. I've listened to in that era Nightwish stuff and I love it. Shit, I listened to Dark Passion Play songs that I've reacted to on here a lot. The studio version with Annette singing. I love it. Yeah, the selective blocking of some bands makes no sense to me either. I mean, it's the publisher. They must have a reason for it. Oh, I need to check that out, Brad. Thanks for bringing that up. Kim says, I'm in a totally old In Flames mode right now. Hell yeah. Dude, In Flames is one of my favorites ever. Personally, I'm not saying your opinion's wrong, Logan, but I think Annette's voice suits Nightwish just fine on the albums that I listen to. Is there any bands that I would love to listen to but never have? I don't know. I feel like I've listened to like at least one song by stuff I've wanted to check out. What's up, Frosty? I have not heard anything by Within Temptation yet, but I really feel like I need to because I've seen them recommended a lot. I think it was them that I heard having a song with Exhibit, and that really intrigued me. I feel like I need to check that out. I know a lot of people saw the live stream with Marco yesterday. I was streaming at the same time and I missed it. I'm sure there's a VOD up that I could watch. Is it hard to postpone listening to music because you want to do a video of it? It's hard, but it's manageable. There's actually one Orbit Culture. I have listened to Orbit Culture's entire discography at this point because I just couldn't wait. But there's one song I have not listened to because I still want to do a reaction to it because they have like a live studio version of it. I skip it on the CD every time. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of concerts in my life that I thought were phenomenal. I cannot wait to see the Nightwish live stream. Have I considered reacting to 70s prog rock as the birth of what is happening now? Yeah, but I grew up on a lot of that stuff, man. My dad listened to a lot of that, so I've heard a ton of it. That could be stuff that I saved for my Rewind series, which would be cool. I think I've heard a couple Rotting Christ things before. Not a lot, though. Randall, welcome. All the way from soggy Western Oregon. Not the song with Exhibit. Within Temptation is the pop version of Nightwish and Epica. Interesting. Like how pop? Are we talking like Amaranth pop? Is there a concert venue I want to attend, but I haven't so far? Yeah, Red Rocks. Of all my touring I've ever done in my life, I've been to almost every arena in the U.S., and I've never been to Red Rocks. Oh, no, dude, I love Lamb of God. I've heard everything they've ever done. I mean, I absolutely love it. Worst concert I've ever been to? Worst concert. If we're talking big name bands that everybody knows, I hate to say this. I hate to say what I'm about to say. I saw Primus about 1.5 years, 2 years ago in Nashville. Probably the worst concert I've ever seen. And it wasn't... I love Primus. I absolutely love them. The sound was absolutely horrible. Now, it was a hard room to mix in. I'll give the sound guy that. But it was some of the worst I've ever heard in my life. And they had so many technical problems going on. And also what they did for their set list was bizarre for a live show. Like, they opened their show playing like 4 or 5 songs that like everybody knew, like big popular Primus songs. But then they played the new CD. They walked off stage and changed it into costumes and then did like the new CD from start to finish. And then came back out and played like 2 more songs that people knew. Like, I had the feeling that people left there disappointed that they were expecting to hear a lot of the really fun Primus songs that they really loved, and they didn't get to hear them at all. And on top of that, like I said, a lot of technical difficulties. There was one point where they had to stall the show for like 5 or 6 minutes because the guitar player's rig went down and they had to figure it out, where the whole crowd was just kind of like chanting and entertaining themselves. Yeah, I need to, I've heard the Gojira at Red Rocks videos are really good. I need to check that out. Check out the newest Korpiklani. Okay. I've heard some of their older stuff. I came up as the defaulted 144p video. Nice. Yeah, people don't like to see some of their favorite bands evolve because they get so used to their sound. I mean, we saw it happen with Linkin Park big time, man. Like, when they started changing musically, people freaked out. Dude, In Flames fan base dropped off once they started maturing their sound as well. Like, I saw that. All my metalhead friends that I grew up with were like, once, like, I think it was about the time Reroute to Remain came out, people were like, they want mainstream, this is garbage. I'm like, I don't know, I still think it's fucking awesome. Morning, Haley. Actually, it's funny you ask that. Mastodon was the opener for Primus at that show, and Mastodon blew them out of the water. I've never super gotten into Mastodon, but I've heard a lot of their music, and I'll listen to it. I'm not, like, super familiar with them, though. Do I know how bands make up their set list? Yeah, it changes genre by genre. Like, so working in country music for the last 5 years, those artists absolutely 100% have to play their songs that have been on the radio, because country music lives and dies by radio. Like, so those artists absolutely have no choice. If they don't play their radio hits, they're gonna get like booed. A good set list that a band makes will be a good mix between the fan favorites and the high energy stuff that the band really wants to play themselves. And that's usually how they make their set lists. They want to entertain the crowd, even if they hate playing the song that the crowd wants to hear, but they also want to entertain themselves. And I think the fans can feed off that. When they see the band having fun and playing a song that they want to play, like... I have not seen any of Bandmaid's live streams. I bought tickets to one of them, but it was at like 3 in the morning my time, and I slept through it. Nice. Alien Weaponry was pretty good. Shepherd's Rain, another New Zealand band. Who's Claire's favorite band artist? Ooh. She likes a lot of stuff, man. Claire can get into some of the stuff I listen to, but she's big on like classic rock and soul and R&B and stuff like that. I have never listened to Septic Flesh. I've seen their name come up in comments a lot. I'm probably gonna have to do that. Wheeler Walker Jr. made it on everything but radio. Well, Wheeler Walker Jr. is also a comedy act. Yeah, a lot of bands will do that too. They'll adjust their set list on where they're playing. Another good example, like, of working in the country music industry is there are certain songs that do better in certain radio markets. So, like, when I toured with Dustin, he'd throw in songs, like, later in the set list based on how well they did in a certain radio market. What's up, Highly Combustible? Good to see ya. I'm actually about to wrap it up. It's been an hour. I gotta go back to being a dad. Claire and I are doing, Claire and I are getting together with a bunch of couples that we met in our, like, newborn parenting class and going on a walk with the strollers today. That'd be wild. Will I ever have my wife on as a guest reactor? Never say never, but as of right now, no. The reason I don't want to do that, Because one, I see a lot of that happen on YouTube that, you know, there's times where I feel like some people are kind of using their kids or their wives or their girlfriends or their boyfriends or their husbands as kind of like gimmicks almost. But I also don't want to subject my wife to the inevitable YouTube trolls. Like I said, I know what I was getting into when I started YouTube. If somebody wants to talk shit about me, totally fine. I can handle it. I don't care. But if I bring my wife on here and I get some bored-ass YouTube troll that starts, like, talking shit about her in the comments for no reason, like, I don't want to subject her to that. Or flameheads, pyro, stuff marked on stage to avoid accidents. This may surprise you. Sometimes it's easy as just gaff tape. Like, bright tape on the floor. I would do that. I would put tape on the floor in, like, boxes, and I would just tell the band, I'm like, you see the bright orange tape? Don't go past it. My dad is actually going to be here in about 2 weeks. My dad and my stepmom are coming down. Get Claire a fake beard to hide her identity. It's not that I'm trying to hide her identity. I mean, we have pictures on social media and she walks in on my Twitch streams and stuff. It's just, you know, dude, you just see like the trolls on Instagram and stuff. It's like, you know, a woman can just post a picture of themselves and you'll just get people saying nasty things for no reason other than just to be a troll and just to say it. Yeah, if I could convince my dad to do another reaction, I'll probably do that. Randall, thanks for being here. Take care. Clinic tunes today are vintage Halford, yes. It's going to be funny because, like, a lot of the parents that were in our class, like, seem kind of different in terms of, like, let me just say this. I was the only guy in there with a haircut like this and a giant beard and covered in tattoos and wearing all black. So it's going to be funny when we go out on a stroller walk. I'm going to be probably standing out, but it's fine. Did becoming a dad change my music preferences? No. I mean, I play all the stuff I listen to now for Ingrid all the time. What was my favorite tour as a tech? I want to say Walk Off the Earth. If anybody's not familiar with them, they're a great Canadian band. Fantastic musicians, super fun people. That might have been my favorite tour as like an actual tech. Just good vibes, good hangs, fun shows, great people. Oh, my dad's done a reaction with me. I mean, he didn't care. He wanted to do it. He thought it'd be fun. Hey, Roy. Oh, everybody's good, man. Claire and Ingrid are good. I might do a rewind video with my dad. That would be cool. Okay, yeah, that has changed. Twinkle Twinkle Little Rockstar is on my playlist now for sure. Matt, I think that stuff's super cool, man. I don't know anything about those kind of instruments, but I think it's really cool. My dad's music taste, it's like he grew me up on classic rock, classic prog rock. A lot of bands that I heard in my house growing up were, you know, popular stuff of that era, like the Rolling Stones, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. My first concert he ever took me to was Ringo Starr and his All-Star Band. My second concert was Meatloaf. I've seen Peter Frampton with my dad. The Cars, the Tubes, Yes, the Who. And then, like, Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, Metallica. A lot of blues, though, too. Listen to a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan growing up. Listen to a lot of Muddy Waters. A lot of stuff, man. My dad... Oh, Joe Cocker, yeah. My dad is more of a classic rock... My dad never got into like the 80s metal scene. Like, you know, I see Twisted Sister, Riot, Queensryche. Yeah, my dad never really got into that stuff. He was more of a classic rock. I would say like, you know, like Black Sabbath was metal to him. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea to do a rewind with my dad. Alex, I already know Liquid Tension Experiment. I love it. I actually like Liquid Tension Experiment more than I like Dream Theater, to be honest. Oh, I didn't know they released an album like a week ago, though. Okay, that would be cool. Thank you. But guys, I've been here for over an hour now. I've got some stuff to do with Claire around the house, and then we're going on a stroller date with a bunch of other parents today. I may try and stream on Twitch later, and if you're not on Twitch, feel free to join. It's twitch.tv/TankTheTech. I mean, it's the same stuff as this half the time, but I can also stream video games and play and hang out and stuff. But Twitch is pretty exclusive, man. There's usually only about 70 or 80 people on there while I'm streaming. It's very easy to talk and chat and to just hang out and be myself and stuff like that. So if you guys ever want, you can jump on Twitch as well. I go on there a lot, and it's fun, and I enjoy it. Yeah, if my dad was going to be in town when I wanted to do that disc 2 of Human Nature, I would do that with him. That would be cool. So, guys, I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your morning, day, or evening to be here with me for this. I enjoy this. For anybody that's on Patreon, I am going to start throwing in an extra live stream like this, like the second Sunday of every month, just so it's a little more exclusive, less people, we can talk more and stuff like that. But I'm always going to be doing these last Sundays of the month live streams like this. Whenever I hit like milestones on subs, I might do one when I hit like 75,000 or something like that. I don't know when that's going to be. Channel has slowed down a little since I had a kid and started doing stuff, but that's totally fine. But again, I appreciate you guys a ton, man. Anybody who views, shares, comments, anybody that's here, I appreciate you guys a ton, man. You know, this channel will be nothing without you guys watching it and sharing these reactions and stuff like that. Tomorrow on the channel, first full song bass playthrough on my new bass. It's going to be Are You Dead Yet by Children of Bodom. The video is already up on Patreon for anybody that's on there, but it will be up at 12:30 Eastern time tomorrow, which is 17:30 GMT for all of you in Europe. Anybody further than that, I'm sorry, I don't know all of your time zones. But, oh, that's a good point. Next month's end of the month live stream is going to be after the Nightwish live show, so we can talk about that. That'll be cool. Nella also brought up Discord. Great point. If you're not on our Discord server, there is a link in the description of this video. Chase and I share a Discord server, and a lot of the people that are in this chat are on there. It's a wonderful community. We don't just talk about this kind of stuff. We just hang. Normal everyday life stuff, man. It's a blast. We've gotten to know each other really well. I really like it. Is it 16:30 due to summertime? Have I been messing that up the whole time? Alright, it's at 12:30 Eastern US time, so whatever that is to you guys. I need to look into that. No, Tomas has not called me yet. People still keep bringing that up, thinking that it's going to be a surprise thing. I'm just telling you guys right now. I am not the new bass player for Nightwish. The time here right now is 10:44 a.m. I am in Central Time, so that is 11:44 a.m. Eastern Time. Math is hard. Yeah, 5:30 UK time, so that'd be 17:30, right? Whatever. Anyways, guys, thank you one more time for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to jump off. Thank you for spending your morning with me. I know for some of you guys, it's not morning, it's evening. But I appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow at the premiere for my bass playthrough. And hopefully I'll have some more content out for you this week as well. Guys, have a good one. I appreciate you all. I will see you all very soon. Hold on. I had to come back really quick because Mr. E just said holy stroller, and that made me laugh my ass off. That is the comment that wins this entire live stream today. Mr. E, thank you for the holy stroller. Now I'm really leaving.